hello, and welcome to At Home with Lucas. So today we're going to be talking about Coosii, and in particular we're going to talk about their P80C wireless headphones. Yes, people, these things have a 40-hour battery life in the headset themselves, plus they have a microphone that comes out with noise canceling abilities. So in this video, we're going to be doing a hands-on with the box, quick unboxing and first impressions on said headset. After that, I'm going to be putting this bad boy to the At Home with Lucas test to figure out, is this something we should buy or maybe skip altogether? I'm here for you, so you don't have to waste your time buying and returning. All right, let's go ahead and jump into it.
Alright, let's take a look at this bad boy right quick. So up the top left, you have the name of the company, Coosii or Coosii. This is the P80C wireless headphones. There's an image of what's to come in the box. Pure sound wireless headset. Very cool. Okay, you have 40 hours of playtime. That is really cool. Detachable dual microphone. Whoa. Detachable dual microphone. That comes off. That is very cool. That means you're going to have a sleek looking headset if you don't want to be talking to people. All right. Stay connected. Stay creative. All right. I like that. Oh, it's got noise reduction. We'll test that for sure. Stereo sound. We talked about that. Foldable. Talked about that. Extra soft. Now, I am definitely one to enjoy an extra soft. That guy is very happy. Wow. Extremely happy. Comfortable ear cups. Memory protein earmuff. Hold on. What? Memory protein earmuff. Am I seeing this correct? That's protein. Wow. Okay, memory. So it's like a memory foam. That might be why he is so happy. He's got memory foam on his ears, people. All right, let's get inside the box. In there, let's take a look at the bag of goodies. Okay, so it looks like you have a user guide for the little USB Bluetooth dongle, and then you have a user guide for the headset itself. So definitely want to read through all of these to get the ins and outs so you know what's going on. All right, it looks like we have, oh, boo. Is that a micro USB? I haven't seen that in literally like half a year. Wow. We have an AUX to AUX with a nice braided cable right chair. Is this braided? No, that is not braided. Okay. And then here is the microphone. Oh, there's a warning or something important. Okay. Fully insert. Okay, I've done that before where you don't get it all the way in and you go, okay, this thing's broken, and then you find out that you didn't plug it in. Okay, so this is made out of some super grippy rubber right here. It's not soft touch at all. It's really almost slightly slimy. And then, oh, there's a click right there. Okay, there's a click button. That's interesting. Wonder if that's for walkie-talkie mode. You click it. That's probably to kill the mic. It's probably the kill mic. And there are the ports right there for your voice, obviously, to go in to hit the microphone. All right. Yeah, so that's made out of some really hard plastic right there. And then that's just a standard. No, that is smaller than a normal 3.5 millimeter headphone jack. Yeah, that's a proprietary right there for sure. All right. And then they give you this weird, like, felt bag. Very strange, giant, like massive bag. All right, let's take a look at the creme de la creme. Start off with the dongle. Very, very lightweight. Okay, so it looks like there's a click button on the dongle itself. Standard USB right chair. It looks like there's an indicator light on that side. Or a microphone. Not sure exactly what that is. And that's basically it. All right, let's take a look at these protein headphones right here. All right, let's go ahead and walk around these bad boys. So these do not flip in at all. they fold up here, but nothing over here moves around or swivels. So none of this is swiveling. It's all rigid, which is probably why they need so much cushioning, because what's going to happen is certain heads are going to hit a little bit harder on certain parts and have to be forced into here because this does not articulate around. So that's something to take note of right away. They got their logo stamped on either side, a little bit bold right there, I should say, and then it folds in like that, and it looks like this is a metal hinge inside of there, which is actually really nice to see, but it definitely looks like this is plastic out here. So it's funny they didn't go all the way through with it, but there is definitely a metal hinge in there, so I have to applaud them for that. And it snaps into place. Very, very lightweight. That's one thing I'm noticing, and this is super thin right here. So that's interesting how thin this outside plastic actually is. The flex test, wow, they really flex. I'm feeling some good flex right here. Typically they put their logo up here. That's interesting. There's no logo. The padding on the top is decent. It's made out of that fake leather. It definitely feels decent. Let's go ahead and walk around the buttons over here. All right, so you have an on-off switch. I love an on-off switch. That makes it so much easier. And then you have your probably multi-function buttons. Yeah, you have volume up, volume down, skip forward, skip backward, and then you have a second power button. Am I seeing that right? No. Yeah, maybe that's a... So there's another button right there, maybe multifunctional button. It looks like it's in pairing mode right now, green and blue. All right, take a look at the bottom. It has a headphone jack, so that's cool. All right, headphone jack, and that's where the microphone slots in. Let's go ahead and plug this guy in. All right. I wonder if it has a certain way it can go in. Yeah. Duh, you want the microphone to be facing the inside. So yeah, definitely want the microphone. And it's funny, I'm pushing it in and I'm thinking it's all the way in, but I remember the warning or the important. There it is. Okay, so that is funny. You push it in, you think I got it locked in, and then you have to really shove it in there and it gets completely locked into place. All right, so there is the microphone plugged in. It doesn't want to, it kind of wants to do a little bit of memory, but it also looks like it's going to keep going out and trying to get back to being straight. So that's really interesting. It kind of bends, but it doesn't really want to stay. A lot of these don't like to bend all the way. They want to just go back because they're so used to being like this. They don't want to be flexed at all. So that could be a major problem when you're trying to use it, if it keeps going back to being straight. So we'll find that out for sure. Let's go ahead and flex it this way. So that's not bad. Yeah, it definitely has a good amount of flex to it. Very interesting. Okay, let's take a look at the cups themselves. This is where the protein is. So if you're on a high protein diet, these are the ones for you. Okay. That's very interesting. Typically they put a giant R and a giant L on the inside, but this one only has it right chair. Let's see if you can fold it down with the microphone being in place. Yes, you can. No big deal. Go this way. Yeah, you could still fold it down, but you're definitely going to want to remove that for sure if you're traveling. Okay, let's check the buttons. Not very clicky, a little bit mushy. Yeah, definitely mushy and very interesting. And you can see where the fit and finish on this is just not premium. You can see how the plastics connect, and there's almost a lip that shouldn't be there. So definitely a little bit cheaper on the fit and finish, but nonetheless, definitely looks decent. And this outside is made out of some really nice plastic. It definitely will show fingerprints for sure, and grease and whatnot, so take note of that. But it is the modern plastic. But yeah, definitely feels thin. The ear cups, they may be a little bit too small in the height. I think maybe a little bit taller would have been good, but I won't know until I get these on my ears. I definitely have sensitive ears, and they're about 3 inches in height and 1.5 inches in width. So circle headphones are the worst for my ears. These are ovals, so I already like them more. But yeah, so first impressions, I like these. They don't have all the bells and whistles of normal headphones, but then again, these are gaming headphones designed for you to be gaming in for long periods of time, or taking conference calls or whatnot, maybe with this microphone. So yeah, we'll definitely be putting these to the test and figure out if they're any good.
Hey guys, I want to take a quick minute to talk about the sponsor for this channel, Don Pablo Coffee. Don Pablo Coffee makes an amazing variety of coffee, from bourbon-infused coffee to whole bean to fresh ground coffee. You can find a perfect cup of coffee from them each day, every day. I absolutely love their coffee. Their bourbon-infused coffee, it is a cup of coffee that is unlike anything on the planet. Buy some of their bourbon-infused coffee today. Give it as a gift. Drink it as your daily driver. It is absolutely amazing. Also, this company is eco-friendly. They're for the planet. They are not putting a hurt on the rainforest. They're not putting a hurt on this planet. So when you drink a cup of Don Pablo coffee, you're getting a guilt-free cup of coffee. Woo! That is absolutely amazing. Everything nowadays has a little bit of guilt tied to it, but this cup of coffee is going to be amazing. It's going to taste so fresh. It's going to be perfect. They're a small batch coffee roaster, which means they don't roast giant amounts of coffee in giant contraptions. They roast them in a smaller roasting contraption, which means you're going to get a fresher bean, people. Fresher beans are the way to go. All right. Click the links down below, buy some of their coffee today, and let's all enjoy an amazing cup.
Okay, so the plug and play was next level. You literally just plug it directly into the USB port of your Windows computer, and boom, it just fires right up and it loads exactly how you'd want it to be. No drivers to install. Absolutely amazing. The only thing you do have to do is go in and set your microphone. So I found that to be something I had to do. It was not set for the headset. I had to go in and switch it. But once you do that, it works perfectly.
Okay, the first thing you're going to notice when you put these on is that they do not seal around the bottom down here, and they kind of just sit on your head. So it's a little bit odd, and it's because this does not articulate down in any way. So I'm going to say that the comfort is not very good. The cushion is very solid. It's almost a little bit too stiff though, but just the way that they sit on your head, it kind of just like pushes into your head instead of articulating around and just locking on your head. So there's a gap like right down in here where all the audio from anyone around you comes in. So if you're in a loud office space or something, you're going to be able to hear everything around you, and that's going to probably be really annoying because they don't articulate out and down and turn in. They can't lock on my head in particular, but I would imagine it's going to be a lot of people having a similar problem. But the look is cool. I like the look. Microphone looks cool. So they did a good job on the look. They just need to update this part right here, and the comfort will go up tenfold.
Okay, so this is just a quick test to see how this is going to perform while you're doing YouTube Live. So this is all being recorded through YouTube Live right now. And this will give a good understanding of latency, microphone quality, and all that fun stuff. So very brief, very quick. If this sounds good, then that's kind of what people are going to hear on the other end when you're doing live gaming and whatnot. So yeah, hopefully this test worked and helped you out a little bit more. Okay, I'm sitting out here in my garage. It is pretty cold outside, so this garage is not the warmest. I have my shop vac right chair. That is actually the loudest thing that I own. It is much louder than any shop vac out there. All the audio you're hearing is actually being recorded through this microphone, or at least it should be. I set my Galaxy Note 20 Ultra right chair to Bluetooth mode, so it's picking up the audio from these headphones. So in this test, I'm going to be turning that shot back on, and we're going to continue talking, and we'll see if you can hear anything I'm saying. All right, let's snap it on, people. Woo! Okay, so this is actually the loudest thing that I own. It is much louder than any shot back out there. If you can hear my voice a little bit, then that means we're going to give it a 3.5 out of 5 stars. If you can hear my voice clearly like you could before I started that, we're going to give this a 5 out of 5 for noise canceling. If you can't hear my voice at all, then that means this is not a noise canceling microphone and it fails the test. Okay, this is how it's going to sound when you do a Zoom call. This is going to give a good understanding of how this microphone is going to cancel out noise around me. My little boy is somewhere back there. Where's he at? Of course, you can't see him on camera. My little boy's back there making some noise. There's a toy going. So we're going to see, is this canceling out all that noise and just projecting or recording my voice, or is it picking up everything and sounding absolutely terrible? So this will give a good understanding of if you're trying to do a Zoom call in a slightly loud environment like my house is. So hopefully it passed. There's my little girl right there. She is definitely one to make some good noise. So yeah, my voice usually has a decent amount of bass. So if this is a good microphone, it's going to pick up the bass tones and all the rest of the tones of my voice. So hopefully this was enough to give us a good understanding for Zoom calls.
Okay, so I've been using these bad boys for long enough that I think I have a full comprehensive review, and let's start off with the build quality. So the build quality is actually really nice. They're very, very lightweight. I love the fact that this is all metal in here and it has a really good hinge. A lot of cheap headphones don't have good hinges, so that's nice. The microphone does its job. I actually liked it sticking straight out like this because of my beard. If it curved anymore, it would hit my beard, so I kept it pretty much straight out and that worked fine. I think the aesthetic, the look is pretty cool. I like the two-tone with the silver and the black. That's nice. The button controls are a little bit weird. It's kind of hard to tell which one you're actually hitting. They all kind of feel the exact same, which was kind of a downfall. And right around this area is just all really crappy fit and finish. So the fit and finish on this thing, not very good. I didn't like it at all. And it's just a little bit cheap all in this area here. And then of course you have the old school micro USB port there. Definitely held the battery life, so I would say the battery life is good as advertised. They look really clean. I like the look of them a lot. From a distance, you're going to think those are really premium, but the fact that they do not articulate right here is the biggest failure, because what happens is when they go on your head, they just kind of squish into your ears. And I found after a couple hours of wearing these things that my ears were throbbing up in this area. Like I said earlier, I have a 3-inch tall ear by 1.5 inches wide, and that's basically bigger than this diameter here. So they look big, but they're not as big as I would like them to be. If they were just a 1/2 inch taller right here, that would have been absolutely amazing. The protein memory foam, whatever you want to call it, is I don't want to call it a gimmick, but it's definitely not something that I was writing home about. I wasn't like, oh my God, these are so comfortable. But you can see how when you push them down, they really spring right back up and keep their foam. So I think that's what they're talking about. If you wear these for a couple years, the foam may stay just as fluffy and as strong as day one. So that could be something that is great in the long term. Because these don't seal around the ear or seal on the ear, they definitely don't get very sweaty. So that's kind of a good thing. Let's talk about the microphone. The microphone is truly amazing. I talked on the phone for several hours, and the call quality was phenomenal. The person I was talking to was like, wow, it sounds just as good as some high-end headphones or earbuds you've used in the past. So definitely passed the test for sure. Definitely cancels out all the noise around you. And then of course it passed all the online and Zoom calls and whatnot. Let's talk about sound quality. So sound quality is kind of tinny and there's not very much bass. I found that to be true on my Samsung Galaxy Note 20 Ultra that I'm filming on right now. I had these paired up Bluetooth to it and it was tinny, and because they don't seal around the ear, you could basically hear everything that was going on around you, so that was not cool. When I had this connected to my Chromebook, same thing, not very good quality. And then of course I had it connected to my Windows PC and just not the best sound quality. So if you're trying to get some really good bass and really good sound quality, you're going to want to skip these for sure and go with something else. Now, if you're just doing casual online stuff where you're making phone calls, Zoom calls, you're doing online gaming where it doesn't really need that punchy, good quality, these are going to be great. These are going to do the job and you're going to like them. And of course, if you have smaller ears than me, they might seal around your ears fine. But if you have large ears like I do, you're going to want to skip these entirely and go with something else. I think that if they just tooled these a little bit, put in better drivers, made the ear cups a little bit taller, and then of course made this able to articulate more, then it'd be great. The microphone was perfect. I love the fact that you can just push that button right there, kill the mic. Very, very nice. The buttons did do their job. They're a little bit mushy and a little bit junk, but they did their job. You know, you can play pause, volume up, volume down, all that stuff. I really like the fact you have a solid power on and power off. Also, I love the fact that you have a dongle that you can plug into your device, or you can go Bluetooth. So these things are, and then of course you have the headphone jack right there. So these things do offer a lot, but they just don't have that premium quality, so I can't give it that good stamp of approval. So I'm going to give these things a solid 4.3 star rating. I'm going to say that they're definitely not premium and they're definitely not the best, but I'm going to say if you do your homework and you learn what these are, they're good. They're not expensive, they're not the best, and they could be so much better, and I hope that the next version is better.
All right, there you go. That's the Coosii headset. Hopefully you enjoyed this video. If you did, definitely clearly clack that like button. And if you want to join the At Home with Lucas family and you want to be a part of this crew, hit that subscribe button. Every time I get a subscriber, I get a boost to make more and more videos. And it's because of you guys, I surpassed 3K. Yes, people, on my way to 4K, but I need your help. Yes, you right there. Tell your friends, tell your family, this guy's on YouTube. They should go subscribe and watch my channel. But as always, I thank you for watching each and every one of my videos, and I will catch you in the next one. Bye-bye.